The purpose of yoga is to awaken this higher awareness. So ये होना चाहिए. In full vitality, if you practice yoga as it should be practiced, यही होगा. Thought will get subdued, awareness will come to the forefront. You deepen it, you will become more and more conscious from within, and you can handle thought. हाथ में अगर एक टॉर्च हो, आप कहीं भी देख सकते हो, है ना? If the torch is fixed somewhere, then you can see only what is under it. But if you have a torch in your hand, you can see the nook and corner of this room as you wish. So awareness is like that. If the mind is in your hands, torch है आपका मन. You can see everything with that. All knowledge will come to you. If it is in your hand, if it is not in your hand, wherever it is fixed, only little bit of knowledge will come to you. ऐसा है. इसीलिए हम योग स्टडी कर रहे हैं. इसीलिए this is a science of consciousness, your own consciousness. It is the giving you the knowledge about you. There's nothing more interesting than this, let me tell you. हम लोग जितना भी PhDs करें ना, you will find this to be the most interesting if you catch it properly, because it is about you. आपकी आइडेंटिटी के बारे में रिसर्च है ये. Who will not be interested, tell me? तो इसीलिए इसको अच्छी तरह पकड़ना. So you see, the very purpose of yoga has been given in the first 4 sutras itself. This is the tremendous possibility in the human life, that you can uncover your own real nature, which is pure existence, pure consciousness, just by this process. So that is the reason why Ashtang Yoga में इतना कुछ वो मांगते हैं, है ना, preconditions. You just stick to the preconditions and practice Samyama. It will unravel to you great knowledge. This is the promise. जो करते हैं उनको मिलता है. जो सिर्फ इसके बारे में सोचते हैं, that's just the first step, you know. वेदांत में कहते हैं 3 steps होते हैं, श्रवण, मनन और निधिध्यासन. श्रवण है सुनना. It's only the first step. The transformation has to happen in your consciousness. इसलिए मनन भी चाहिए और निधिध्यासन, meditation भी चाहिए. Then only you get this knowledge. है ना? It is knowing by being, not knowing as an object. ये समझ में आ रहा है? See, when we go into Samyama, you will catch this even more profoundly. See, this is the process of Samyama. Samyama, I told you, it means Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi done simultaneously, one after the other, on a single object. That is called Samyama. Anything you do Samyama upon will reveal its knowledge to you. योग में बहुत कुछ संयमा के बारे में लिखा गया है कि if you do it on this, you will get this particular result. You do it on your breathing, you will get this result. You do it on your mental faculties, you will get this particular result. ऐसे बहुत कुछ दिया गया है. लेकिन आपको क्या चाहिए? आपको सिर्फ the science of attention चाहिए. Yes? So we will study it like that. It satisfies all purposes, I can tell you that. The art of concentration is the secret of success in life, anywhere. So you see now how they are building focus and concentration in Samyama. Once you have understood pratyahar, the step before this, you will understand dharana. Pratyahar kya hai? I told you pratyahar means it is the withdrawal of senses and mind from all other things and putting it on one object only. It is conscious withdrawal. इसका मतलब है when you sit for meditation, suppose you are meditating on Om, तो आप ओम के बारे में अब चिंता ये धारणा कर रहे हो, लेकिन मन जब बाहर जाता रहेगा. After a few seconds, it has gone somewhere. You bring it back. Again focus on Om. Again it will go somewhere. Again you will bring it back. Again then it went tangentially somewhere. Again you bring it back. तो वो conscious mind होना चाहिए कि अब चला गया है वहाँ पर उसको लाना है. This is still the process of pratyahar. You are shutting your senses to everything else, you are shutting your mind to everything else. Only the object of concentration is before you. But the next step is dharana, जो वहाँ दिया गया है. See, during this dharana also, it is a development over pratyahar. इसका मतलब है now it has stopped going to various objects, your mind. It is now focused only on the object of your concentration, Om. Just for example, we have taken Om, but there are still many tracks of thoughts. देखिए वो जो arrows है, there are 5 tracks going on in your mind. ये होता रहता है ना? Many things, thinking many things at a time. At your age, always this is happening. So many tracks going on in the mind. Usually these tracks will be about different things, but at least when you come to pratyahar and dharana, it is about the same thing. 5 tracks are going on, but see, 5 level का thinking चल रहा है. That also is intermittent, not continuous. Please see the arrows there, they explain everything. So dharana state means you have brought yourself to a level of focus on the object, one object, but still many tracks. Pratyahar means many objects, many tracks. Dharana means one object, many tracks. Okay, but still dharana is quite a powerful state. जिसके बारे में आपको एक बार धारणा हो जाए, you will catch that object, the knowledge about that object completely. Usually concentrated people have this state. Dharana is not uncommon, especially for people like you. That is why you have achieved an admission here. तो समझ लीजिए, धारणा state is powerful in itself. You can gain vast knowledge in a small amount of time through the power of dharana, but it is not the ultimate thing. इसके बाद है ध्यान. ध्यान का मतलब है no more tracks. See there, I, the subject, the whole mind is moving towards the object of concentration. Only one track. Full mind is going there. Like if you pour oil from one vessel to another, वो कैसे दिखता है? One track. वैसे I meditating on the object, one track, completely mind is going to the object. No 5 tracks, no 2 tracks even. And continuous flow of oil. उसमें breaks नहीं होते. Nothing is intermittent. This is a very powerful state. If you practice meditation, you will understand its power, because your vitality will come into full operation, full bloom in this state. And still there is a distinction between the subject, your act of meditation, and the object. इसको tripartite distinction बोलते हैं, between knower, knowledge and known. This distinction remains in Dhyan, but your vrittis have become such that there is continuous flow towards the object and no disruption. Now, if this state of Dhyan is maintained for 144 seconds, not a small time, 2 minutes and 24 seconds, it will become Samadhi. इसका मतलब है 2 minutes 24 seconds आपका मन कहीं गया ही नहीं other than the object. So Samadhi is complete absorption in the object. You will actually enter the consciousness of the object. इसीलिए ध्यान के लिए always an elevated object is chosen. A deity, एक divine symbol, या ऐसा कुछ जो आपके मन को लिफ्ट करेगा, है ना? Because you will actually enter the consciousness of the object. You will become one with it. तो the symbol will reveal its meaning. अर्थमात्र निर्भासा इसको कहते हैं योग सूत्र में, which means the import of that symbol, you merge into that. That alone occupies your mental field. There is no I meditating on that. Only that is there, shining in your awareness. You have merged into it. ये समाधि स्टेट है. ध्यान है प्रत्यय एकतानता, एक प्रत्यय को मेंटेन करना with the tripartite distinction. But Samadhi is arthamatra nirbhasa. Only one thing shining in your consciousness, you have merged into it. So when you merge into the consciousness of something and become one with it, your own consciousness has come to full bloom. Please understand this. It is knowing by being. It is not knowing as an object. You know the tatparya of Om. You know the actual import of the symbol in that state, because you have become that. Your own consciousness came to full fruition. This state can only be understood if you get proficiency in Dhyan, in meditation. Until then, it is only an imagination what you think of Samadhi, because it is an all-absorptive state and it will transform you completely. So, this is the highest level of existence actually. You should understand this. Whenever we talk of human life or human existence, you do not know what you are talking about. Usually you are talking about the sense life. वो इतना intermittent and fractured है. Look at your thought process in that sense life. It is so broken and intermittent that it can hardly be called life. At least the state of meditation, you will understand that what I am capable of. Awareness has come into bloom. That can be called life. But Samadhi is actually entering into real life, because you have become fully aware. You understand your own real nature as Brahman. So ये चीज़ें ordinary चीज़ें नहीं हैं. इसको हासिल करने के लिए you should have that dam, which means you must invest time and energy into it. And then you will get a taste of real life and existence. Tab tak it is only managing your problems and the silliness of the mind, nothing else. You actually can't call it life. इसीलिए इतने सारे लोग डिप्रेशन में जाते हैं, demoralized mind हो जाता है. Why this happens is, if you don't touch your source, that is bound to happen. सबका परिचय है, अपना ही परिचय नहीं है. This is the problem. When you don't touch your source, all these states of mind are, the mind is actually revolting against the superficiality of life. इसीलिए depression. So get out of this. See, this is the age when you should make yourself such a way you will be able to at least taste something of this, taste real life, I am telling you. And then you do whatever you want, you will be successful in anything. जिसका मन इस तरह का होता है ना, for him success is not an option. Always he will be successful because the mind is so pointed. So this Samadhi state, it is a really transforming experience completely. You know, have you seen anybody in this state? You have seen Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's photo, isn't it? Every picture, there are 3 pictures of Sri Ramakrishna. वो बहुत बड़े saint थे. Realized soul, we look upon him as incarnation of God himself, because मन हमेशा God consciousness में रहता था. Always in Samadhi. Occasionally he would come out and have a little something and bas. In one day, many times he would go into Samadhi. और बीच बीच में बाहर आके थोड़ा कुछ बोलते थे, कुछ करते थे. उनको जोर करके मन को नीचे लाना पड़ता था, कुछ खाने के लिए. So our problem is opposite, you know. जोर करके लिफ्ट करना पड़ता है, उनको जोर करके नीचे लाना पड़ता था. For the simple reason, the mind has touched the consciousness of God and it lives in that God consciousness. So एक बार, I can tell you this story, it is very interesting. एक डॉक्टर थे वहाँ पर, डॉक्टर महेंद्र लाल सरकार. तो उनको लगा ये क्या चीज़ है, what does he experience in this state? I want to check. तो वो stethoscope लेके आए and he brought his friends also. So all this group of doctors came there, and then the master Sri Ramakrishna, he went into Samadhi. Suddenly, whenever there was any suggestion of God or something divine, he would go into that state. तो फिर इन्होंने जाके immediately he removed the stethoscope. पहले पल्स देखा तो पल्स है ही नहीं. फिर हार्ट बीट चेक की, हार्ट बीट भी नहीं है. Then he thought, what is this? Sri Ramakrishna's eyes were just half open. तो उन्होंने अपनी उंगली से, with his finger, he touched his eyeball to see if there is any movement. और उन्होंने देखा मूवमेंट नहीं है, कोई रेस्पॉन्स नहीं है, रिएक्शन नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है. Where has the man gone? Then he just has sat there stunned. थोड़ी देर के बाद नहीं, बहुत देर के बाद Sri Ramakrishna came back into that system and flooded with ecstasy and joy, bliss, and the knowledge of what he had touched. और फिर वो बोलने लगे what he had experienced, and this doctor and his group of friends were all in shock कि ये कैसे संभव है. Science has no explanation to this. This is the yogi's state. Please understand. तो ये संभव है human life में, and whatever came out of his mouth became gospel, Sri Ramakrishna's mouth. That those are the great, you can say, eternal truths of human existence and human life. Because he lives in this state, God consciousness. किसी भी चीज़ को deeply जानने के लिए उसमें merge होना पड़ता है. When you merge in something divine like this, you will get the highest knowledge of human existence. So these are not ordinary states of mind. See, the stillness now you are feeling in this room. ये stillness क्या संभव है और कहीं? I can see how serious all of you have become. It is only because of a foretaste of this state is there when you feel extremely happy. आप तब मन की अवस्था देखो. It is in a state of relative calm, very stable state where you are deeply aware but not identified with any silly thought pattern. तो ये state जो है, this is your real nature actually. लेकिन we have lost it completely. In today's modern lifestyle, it is a rare thing to even think of something like this. But you should remember you have inherited this spiritual heritage, all of you. ये हमारे देश में ये सब हुआ था, ये रिसर्च हुआ, इसका पूरा it has been put down. Patanjali योग सूत्र में जो है, they were experiences of those yogis and rishis. Upanishads में जो है, they have put it down. So it is a possibility in the human life to get the real taste of in-depth life, what you say, pure awareness. So you must understand that this is perfectly possible. It is not a fantastic idea, somebody's idea. No, this is a way of life for the yogi. I will explain the same thing from the first person standpoint. इसका मतलब है through vritti and pratyay ये कैसे लगता है. अब देखिए next slide. Stages to the meditative state. See, the ordinary mind, our mind is like this usually. Vrittis are all different. Now you are thinking of car, next your mobile phone, then your books, then while outing. So you are thinking of all sorts of things. अब देखिए vritti जो है वो blue line जो है वो vritti है, उसके अंदर जो content है वो pratyay है. Vrittis are different, pratyay is different every time. So mind is restless, always moving, modifying, busy. और कई लोग इसको dynamism भी कहते हैं. It is basically only restless, okay, and uncontrolled. So this is the ordinary mind. You can relate it to your own life and see. Then the next stage is Dharana. Now we will try to understand the mind in Dharana. आप देखिए कैसे modify हो गया है vritti according to the pratyay. When the pratyay is some elevating object, the vrittis also will get modified. Occasionally some other thought may come, but that's okay, you are still building focus. देखिए धारणा state में from the first person perspective how it goes. Vrittis are fairly regulated, pratyay is fixed. Occasional some other thought may come, that's okay. But in the state of Dhyan, you see the picture there, the vrittis are only the same, always falling at the same point. So no movement of mind. And the object, the pratyay has become luminous. वो slide में ठीक तरह से नहीं निकला, but it shines in your awareness because there is no unnecessary movement of mind, no thought activity other than this. And in Samadhi, there is no vritti. only the object shines. Only the pratyahar will shine completely. When there is no vritti, there is no mind. Vritti, mind means vrittis. When no vritti, no mind. So you have transcended mind in samadhi. You have gone far above the normal state of mind. So extreme concentration में ऐसा होता है. You know, Olympic shooters, वो जो फाइनल शॉट मारते हैं ना, उस समय में समाधि जैसी अवस्था हो जाती है उनकी. They are deep, so deeply into it, and everything has got stunned into silence. The movement of the hand, the eye, everything has got riveted when they take aim and just look at it. And finally when they shoot, they are not in this system, as it were. Unless you develop this utter steadiness of body, mind, intelligence, you will not achieve these higher states. Stillness doesn't mean passivity. Stillness doesn't mean tamas. Stillness means the state where you have become so sattvic that when you arrest all this, you are deeply aware. That level of awareness you are able to generate. That is the stillness I am speaking of. तो देखिए, these states actually show you the essence of human existence. Ordinary state of mind, आप खुद ही देखो, how much happiness this state will get you. The Dharana state, at least some degree of concentration you have developed. But these higher states will put you, face to face with the highest. You must understand the knowledge in this state is knowledge born of being, not of knowing. क्योंकि object of knowledge ऐसा, you transcend that, the subject-object difference. You will transcend that because you have merged into the consciousness of the object. ये चीज़ क्या है, you can know it only by doing it. विवेकानंदा जब वो छोटे थे, आपकी उम्र के थे, he had this deep longing for nirvikalpa samadhi, and for many days he pestered his guru. Shri Ramakrishna उनके गुरु थे, तो उन्होंने कहा होगा, it takes time but it will happen. Then one day suddenly he was in a particular garden house, Kashipur garden house. There suddenly he got the experience when he was meditating. He felt as if a light had burst in his head, and he completely merged into it. And that is the light of awareness. ये light मत समझना. Even to use language is difficult, for all this. And he couldn't find his body after that, क्योंकि sensation has completely withdrawn. So where are my hands and where's my feet? He was saying after that experience. So his consciousness had completely touched the reality of existence, Brahman. फिर बाद में वो कहते हैं कि in that state the dual mode does not exist, that I am meditating on something. नहीं, I have become one with it. So then language will not work. आप किस language से उसको describe करोगे? This is just giving you a foretaste of your possibilities. But it's whatever you practice, that will build up in your life. थोड़ा सा इसलिए I say meditation को practice करना है, 5 मिनट के लिए करो. There is guided meditation on YouTube also. 5-minute guided meditation, यहीं पे मैंने दिया है. If you put it on YouTube, you will get it. Every day try to calm your mind and see the effect for yourself. ये सब कुछ theory नहीं है तब.